Welcome back, cricket fans. The 1950s was Test cricket's most challenging batting era, with bowling averages at their lowest, making runs precious gold. Today, we're crafting the absolute best balanced Test 11 from this iconic decade, using only 1950 to 1959 statistics. From technique masters to bowling legends, we've analyzed every number from the Cricinfo archives. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's build cricket perfection.
Here's our methodology. Test stats from January 1st, 1950 to December 31st, 1959. Sourced directly from ESPN Cricinfo Stats Guru. We need perfect balance, the highest averages, most impact, and tactical brilliance with no long tail.
The perfect opening pair. Number 1. England's master technician and captain, Len Hutton. Hutton scored 3,183 runs in 38 tests at 56.83 during the 1950s, with 8 centuries and a highest of 205. His masterful 205 against Australia at the Oval in 1953 clinched the Ashes. Pure genius under pressure, averaging 58.2 in victories. Hutton's technique was flawless, his captaincy inspirational. He obliterates all competition with the highest opening average of the decade, proving why he deserves the captain's armband and opening slot.
At number 2, Australia's left-handed elegance, Arthur Morris. This was the toughest call in the entire 11. Morris accumulated 2,059 runs in 30 tests at 38.12 during the 1950s. With 5 centuries and a best of 206. However, Colin McDonald presented a formidable case with 2,816 runs at 40.22 as opener, including 5 centuries and 15 50s, while Hanif Mohammed countered with 2,248 runs at 41.62 as opener. Ultimately, Morris's superior average as opener, 45.69, and his elegant left-handed artistry win the day. His majestic 206 against England in 1952-51 was poetry in motion, and he averaged 46.8 in wins. Morris's classical style perfectly complements Hutton's technique, providing ideal balance at the top. While McDonald and Hanif Mohammed were exceptional, Morris's higher average, proven match-winning ability, and experience throughout the decade give him the narrowest of edges in this agonizingly close contest.
At number 3, the Australian batting hero, Neil Harvey. Harvey smashed 4,573 runs in 56 tests at 50.25 during the 1950s, with 15 centuries and a highest of 205. Harvey was one of the rare players who flourished with an average over 50 during the run-lethargic 1950s. His brilliant 205 against South Africa showcased his genius, averaging 54.5 in wins. Harvey's left-handed mastery secures his spot at the crucial number 3 position.
At number 4, the first of the legendary 3 Ws, Everton Weekes. Weekes demolished bowlers for 3,383 runs in 39 tests at 53.69 during the 1950s, with 10 centuries and a highest of 207. His legendary streak of 5 consecutive Test hundreds bridged into the 1950s, and Weekes flourished with an average over 50 during the challenging decade. Averaging 65.3 in victories, Weekes was consistency incarnate. The first of our legendary 3 Ws dominates the middle order.
At number 5, the decade's highest batting average, Clyde Walcott. Walcott powered to 3,129 runs in 33 tests at 61.35 during the 1950s, with 13 centuries and a highest of 220. His thunderous 220 against Australia was devastating, and Walcott flourished with an average over 50 during the run-lethargic 1950s. Averaging 68.7 in wins, Walcott boasts the highest batting average of the decade among regular players. His phenomenal 61.35 average makes him undroppable At number 5.
The all-round balance. Here's where we add versatility and depth, giving us batting strength and crucial bowling options to support our specialists. At number 6, the graceful all-rounder. Completing the 3 Ws, Frank Worrell. Worrell scored 2,397 runs in 29 tests at 47.94 during the 1950s, with 7 centuries and a highest of 261, while taking 47 wickets at 36.19. His graceful 261 against England in 1950 was sublime, and he averaged 55.7 in wins. Worrell completes the legendary 3 Ws while providing crucial bowling balance. His batting all-rounder role at 6 gives us the perfect foundation before our strike all-rounder.
At number 7, the ultimate cricketer and strike all-rounder, Keith Miller. Miller smashed 2,080 runs at 34.66 in 37 tests during the 1950s, with 6 centuries and a highest of 147, while taking 122 wickets at 23.59 with 5 wicket hauls. His explosive batting-bowling combination was unique. Miller's legendary partnership with Lindwall terrorized batsmen worldwide. Miller's complete package at 7 provides crucial lower-order firepower while being our primary strike bowler. The ultimate cricketer, perfectly positioned.
Behind the stumps, the keeper needs to be reliable, athletic, and capable with the bat when required. We've got the undisputed champion. At number 8, England's legendary wicket-keeper, Godfrey Evans. Evans scored 1,693 runs in 64 tests at 19.68 during the 1950s with 2 centuries, while claiming 153 dismissals, 125 catches, 28 stumpings. His athletic keeping was legendary, and his crucial 104 against Australia in 1954 proved his batting value when needed. Evans dominates all competition for his superior dismissal count and decade-long excellence, the undisputed keeper of the era with no long tail, thanks to our batting depth.
The bowling attack. Now we unleash our weapons, pace, spin, and accuracy that will destroy any batting lineup. At number 9, the pace foundation and relentless accuracy, Alec Bedser. Bedser took 147 wickets in 28 tests at 19.84 during the 1950s, with 13 5-wicket hauls. His relentless accuracy and 7 for 44 against Australia in 1953 were masterful, with his 39 wickets at 17.48 in that Ashes series being phenomenal. Bedser's consistency throughout the decade makes him irreplaceable. His partnership with pace and spin provides the perfect bowling foundation.
At number 10, the spin master with unmatched figures, Jim Laker. Laker took 162 wickets in 38 tests at 18.46 during the 1950s, with 8 5-wicket hauls. His legendary 1990 figures against Australia in 1956, 9 for 37 in the first innings and all 10 wickets in the second, remain unmatched in cricket history. Laker took 46 wickets in the 1956 Ashes series alone. He annihilates Hugh Tayfield with his superior average and iconic performances. Laker's spin mastery is unquestionable.
At number 11, completing the legendary pace partnership, Ray Lindwall. Lindwall claimed 152 wickets in 42 tests at 24.25 during the 1950s decade, with his legendary pace partnership with Miller being devastating throughout. Lindwall's 27 wickets at 19.62 in the 1953 Ashes showed his peak powers, and his classical action terrorized batsmen worldwide. Lindwall completes our perfect pace attack, providing the ideal partner for Miller while giving us genuine express pace. The legendary Miller-Lindwall combination is restored.
Let's break down why this combination is absolute perfection. This 11 is perfectly balanced perfection, with Harvey, Weeks, and Walcott all averaging over 50 during the challenging decade, plus Worrell at 47.94. Our batting is unstoppable down to position 7. Hutton anchors with 56.46. Morris provides left-handed elegance at 45.69, while Miller at 7 gives us explosive lower-order runs and strike bowling. Our pace-spin combination averages 23.2 collectively, with the legendary Miller-Lindwall partnership restored, Bedser's consistency, and Lakers' mastery. With proven captain Hutton leading, this team would dominate any conditions with no long tail.
The brutal cuts. Why superior statistics lost out. Here's where we address the unlucky legends who missed out and explain exactly why. Peter May dropped. Despite May's impressive 4,182 runs at 49.20 in the 1950s with 13 centuries, Harvey's superior average and his status as one of the rare players averaging over 50 in the challenging 1950s gives Harvey the edge. May was excellent, but Harvey's slightly superior numbers and left-handed variety at crucial number 3 position proved decisive.
Richie Benaud, exclude. Despite Benaud's 165 wickets at 23.95 and 1,440 runs at 24.40 in the 1950s being decent all-round numbers, our team balance with Worrell and Miller as all-rounders is superior. Benaud's bowling average can't match our specialist bowlers, while his batting is inferior to our chosen all-rounders. Team balance wins over individual stats.
Brian Statham, removed. His excellent 159 wickets at 23.50 in the 1950s are statistically superior to some selections. But our combination of Miller-Lindwall legendary pace partnership plus Bedser's consistency provides better balance and variety. Statham's accuracy is great, but the Miller-Lindwall combination's historical significance and variety trump pure numbers.
Hugh Tayfield, benched. His solid 153 wickets at 24.09 in the 1950s are decent, but Lakers' superior average and iconic performances, including the legendary 19 for 90, make Lakers' selection unquestionable. Tayfield was consistent, but Lakers' statistical dominance and match-winning ability proved decisive.
Want deeper 1950s only statistical breakdowns? Comment below. This is the ultimate 1950s only balanced Test 11. Pure statistical dominance with perfect team balance. With batting strength down to position 7 and the legendary Miller-Lindwall pace partnership restored, this team combines the era's best averages with tactical perfection. No long tail, perfect balance, and unbeatable combination. Who's your statistical pick? Drop your balanced 1950s 11 in the comments. Smash that like button and subscribe for more decade-specific cricket analysis. Thanks for watching Statistical Legends. See you for the 1960s breakdown.